Hello? Speaking? Oh, the Welsh FA, how can I help you guys? I'm sorry, when's the Welsh League Cup Final? January 18th? No, sorry guys, that doesn't work for me. The next episode wasn't supposed to be till after the January transfer window. Well, can we reschedule it? Why not? Well, I'm glad you guys don't think the YouTube viewers are a good enough reason, but I certainly do. But they don't even know we've won the semi-final yet. Alright, you're right, I'll catch them up quickly then. Hi guys, I'm Aussie and welcome to Season 6, Episode 12 of The Impossible Dream with Bala Towns. We look for European glory with the Welsh team. And today, well, we're back here. We are in mid-January because apparently this is the best time to play a cup final just 2 weeks after the semi-finals. So we're kind of going to do a little bit of a two-parter here today. We'll catch you up to date on where we are so far, and we'll play this cup final. Then we'll come back after the January transfer window, wrap up the January transfer window, and sort of play a game. And hopefully we might even have a few new signings to debut in that one as well. But before we get to this cup final, we are playing the New Saints. Let's have a quick look at how we've been going since last episode, starting with a league match against Carnarvon. The only goal of this one came early. Jay Jenkins picking out the run of Michael Stewart. So we dominated this game, but, we got the early goal. Ryan Burke missed a penalty. That's two he's missed now this season. He missed, put it way past the post. And we just never really recovered from that. We still dominated the game, but finishing was a bit of a concern. There's a bit of a theme to that as well. The next game to catch you up on is the Welsh League Cup semi-final against FM20. Spoiler alert, we win. We took the lead when Middleton's cross was flicked on by Simic to Declan Wright. And we doubled our lead seconds later when Branthwaite played in right down the right before the winger weaved his magic. And we secured the tie seconds after half-time when Middleton crossed for Tony McLean. So there we go, we put out a strong team for this one to try and make sure we didn't have a cup slip-up. We got a really good performance out of the team. Declan Wright with a double, McLean with a goal just after half-time as well. 2 goals in a minute there from Declan Wright. We were in control of this game well before the red card. We only added 1 goal in the second half, which is maybe a little bit of a disappointment against 10 men, but, you're in the final, that's all you got to do. The final game to catch you up on for now is a league fixture against Aberystwyth Town. We took an early lead as Gretason got his first Bala goal from the spot, and we got our second early in the second half when youngster Callum Connolly crossed for Adam Maurice. Again, another game we dominated, another game where finishing really did let us down. Gretason with the first goal for the club from the spot, and Adam Maurice, he got himself on the scorecard as well. And as I said, just a good, comfortable win. A quick update of the league table as it stands right now. And you can see there, we are, with 22 games played, 14 points clear, so that is not really going to be a concern. We're essentially there. The league split has happened as well. So even if we were to lose home and away to the New Saints, we would still have a very, very nice lead indeed. Now what I'm going to do is I will leave wrapping up the transfer window to the end of the transfer window, but we do have one new sign to introduce you to, and I have to do this now because he's on the bench for today's game. And it is this guy, Mr. Alex Lowry, that has joined us. Now, initially, we were signing him at the end of his contract for next season, but we got offered the chance to buy him now, only $24.5 grand. So I thought, yes, get him in and see what we can do. You can see we're paying him £2,300 a week, 2-year contract to start with. Don't want to get the guys on too long a deals in case, they don't quite work out. But a 3-star potential right now, potentially a 5-star player. And what we've got here, I think, is just a good, solid central midfielder. Physically, he's fine. There's nothing particularly wrong with him. Mentally, hopefully, that's where we'll see some improvements. But technically, he's really good. Excellent first touch, excellent passing. Technique is good. I just think he's a good, solid, and he's an upgrade on the likes of Tomlinson, on the likes of, even Dan Williams to a certain extent. So I think we've got to, let me know what you guys think. I think we've got a really good midfielder on our hands here. And he will, of course, as I said, be on the bench for this cup final. So hopefully we might even get to see him. So we know all about the New Saints. We did, of course, play them last episode. Rusko, of course, is the manager. They're a standard balanced playing style, not direct like they were last time. This is what we're expecting. We know what we're expecting. We're expecting the Rusko bus park, aren't we? There's their positional heat sheet map from their loss to Gap Connors Key. Looks like they're a little bit narrow in this one. I wonder if we could maybe exploit the flanks. And this is the team that we are sending out to hopefully win the final. It's Rima Miles going in goal. Jaycock is back in training, but not really ready just yet. Burke, Reece Williams, Gosney and Branthwaite are the back four. York and McLean go in midfield. It's Wright, it's Dixon and it's Middleton with Simic up top. Let's go. So there we go, everybody is playing as expected. They've put out a relatively strong team, it looks like, as well, but we'd expect nothing less for the final, wouldn't we? Expected to take revenge here. We did lose. It was really disappointing performance. I think, too, let's go for revenge. That I didn't help myself not picking the strongest team away from home. Ideally, I think what I should have done is played some of the young wingers, like Connolly, for example, at home in the first game against them, and then gone for the more experienced, better players away from home. So maybe I stuffed up there a little bit. But yeah, maybe a little bit too much faith perhaps in some of the younger players I'm guilty of there. But you know what? I'll take that. If that's what I'm guilty of, then so be it. I missed what ground we're playing at, actually, which is a bit of an oversight on my behalf. Gosney here to McLean. There's a good ball for Middleton. Is he going to get there? No, he's not, but Burke will pick it up. Sam York in there for McLean. McLean can't quite find Middleton over the top, and New Saints have the ball. Can we win that, please? No, we cannot. And are we going to find ourselves yet again falling behind early to the New Saints? Let's put a bit of pressure on there. There's the ball over the top. Can we get to that? No, we cannot. Of course, I just have the one man up top. Ball into the box. It's headed away by Branthwaite. Still there with the New Saints. Branthwaite gets that clear. And here we go with Declan Wright. Can he pick out a pass? He does. He finds Middleton. Middleton's got two men on him. He's got the overlapping run of Burke. Sam York finds him. York, there's a good ball for Middleton. Simic is in the middle. Can we get the finish? Simic is blocked by the defender. It's still there. Desperate defending by the New Saints, but they do, in the end, clear their lines. Here we go with the corner. Middleton, decent ball in. There's no one there, though. Declan Wright has it at the edge of the area. He gets the ball across. It's a good ball, to find Reece Williams. What's the centre-back doing out there? He finds, who's that? Connor Gosney. Centre-back to centre-back. That's a good ball for Middleton, and Glenn Middleton sticks it away. It was a cracking ball in from Gosney, wasn't it? Beat everybody but man at the back post, and Middleton thumps in the winner. We're 1-0 up. Not the well, let's hope it's the winner. Thumps in the first goal of the game, and there we go. One centre-back to the other one. We know Connor Gosney can fill in at right back. He's got a decent cross on him. Middleton wasn't missing that, was he? That was the full beans, and that was also in the back of the net. There we go. That's a much better start. All right, we've told him to concentrate. Let's hope that we can capitalise on this. I was tempted to go with two strikers against the Rusco bus park, I should say. I think maybe that formation is just effective against the way we want to play. So here we go, Middleton. Good ball in. Dixon's there. Oh, how has he missed that? I think even I could have scored that, and I am the world's worst header of a ball. Branthwaite's picked up an injury to pulled hamstring. We're going to have to make a change. Dixon inside the box. It's a penalty. It's going to be Ryan Burke. Now, like I said, he did miss his last one, and he missed it horribly. We are going to have to make a sub, but we'll wait till after this. What we could do is Burke can play on the right. Put this away for me, please. Berkey, there we go. He does just that. It is 2-0. Hopefully that is us clear. We do have Dane Murray, I should say, too, coming back from injury on the bench. It's a little bit too early in the game for him, this one, though. So we'll make the switch. Burke can play over on the right. Granger can come on to play at left back. And 9th goal this season for Ryan Burke. He is a free-scoring fullback, isn't he? Yes, as I said, a lot of them are sort of penalties and set pieces. But you still got to put him away. And Ryan Burke could quickly, he'd be climbing the club goal-scoring charts, actually. Although he does get a lot of goals not in the league. A little bit of the Damien Allmarks about him in that case, in that sense, I think. Here we go with Granger getting forward. Middleton's there with him. Can we, yeah, just go back. Keep possession, like it. There's a good ball for Dixon. Dixon turns into trouble but beats his man. Granger's there. Granger again down the line to Middleton. We've seen this before. Middleton back post. There's Declan Wright. Oh, usually so reliable in front of goal. And he's blasted that one over. Let's try giving him some praise. We've done really, really well so far. And now we have a corner to defend. We did do some work on defending free kicks, but not corners. And we've almost paid a price for that. Off the line by, I missed who it was, but not ideal to have it that close in any case. We're doing okay. That was their first shot on goal, and yet did almost go in. And we've seen before that they've scored when they haven't necessarily had a lot of chances. But so far, so good. I'm reasonably happy with what we've done here. Haven't seen too much from Simic up top. But as I said, really 2-0 up in a cup final. You take that. It's not about the performance. It's just about the result, isn't it? Middleton, we're pleased with you, mate. Get back out there. He's still confused. God love him. Anybody? Let's ask for a little bit more, perhaps, from Simic. We have I've demotivated him now. We have had some bids come in for Simic. We've also had some bids come in for Connor Gosney. Now, Simic, I would be willing to consider selling. Connor Gosney, we're really going to want a fee to get him out. I've been asking sort of $500,000 for him, which is ridiculous considering what he's actually worth, given sort of the club we're at. But you know, I think he is actually, if he was to go to, say, a championship club, I think he would be worth that. And probably more. I don't necessarily want to sell Gosney, which is why I'm sort of making sort of maybe a high asking price for him. Simic, I'm ready to go down to maybe 200,000 with a sell on. Gosney's there, and Gosney just over the bar. But again with the sell on fee, because the players we have are worth more. Now Middleton's looks like he's picked up a bit of a knock, a tight thigh for him. And that makes things difficult because we don't really have... We could put Simic out there. Okay, so let's do that. Let's go Middleton off, Simic out on the left, and that brings Allmark up top. There's a part of me that wonders if we want to go 2 strikers up top, because Declan Wright's not having a great game, and that would give us a chance then to get Alex Lowry on for a debut. Let's concentrate here, boys. Let's see if Wright has any sort of improvement. We've got 20 minutes to go. All right, we will make this final change. I think what we might do with Lowry is, we're not being great this second half. I think what we might do is we might take Dixon off, bring Lowry on. Lowry can play back there, kind of. I thought he was better than that at that sort of role. But anyway, that's fine. We'll put him in there as a deep line playmaker. That can free up York to be on support. No, let's maybe play him as a defensive midfielder. We just need somebody to sit in there for us right now, don't we? The other thing we might do is just close up these lines a little bit. Just start and make it difficult for them. Not necessarily stop trying to score goals, but just make it a little bit more difficult for them. So we've got... I probably should have said no pressure, but here we go. We are going to get a first look at the new boy, Lowry, our new Rangers midfielder. Let's try giving him some praise. It's not been a great second half, but as I said, cup finals, you've just got to get the result. We are in line for, 3 trophies now, having knocked out the Iron Brew. There's a first look at Lowry. Great ball down the line there for Wright. Can Wright find Allmark in the middle? Can we wrap it up here? Wright's done really well. He pulls it back. Oh, it's Simic at the back post. Simic can't miss. That's 3-0, and that is the game. We're going to lift the trophy. Excellent stuff by Bala Town. A fantastic first impact there, wasn't it, from Lowry? A great ball down the line. Declan Wright left them all just trailing in his wake, and a great pullback, and look at Simic, he could not miss. It was just the gift of all gifts, wasn't it? And there we go. That should be the game. There we dream of a 4th. And it's nice to finally put some goals past the New Saints as well, isn't it? I think what we've seen here is that when we come out, it's sort of in the right mentality with our strongest team, that we're well and truly better than the New Saints. We just need to show it a little bit more often. I think sometimes in the league, I don't know what it is. It's probably my team talks. That's the obvious thing to blame, isn't it? But for whatever reason in the leagues, we don't show up against the New Saints, or very rarely do. But we have done so here. And with just 4 minutes of stoppage time to go, I don't want to even give them a consolation goal. Normally I wouldn't care. But no, stuff you, the New Saints. We really want to go out there and rub your nose in. Let's give him some praise. Is this the 4th? Simic back to Granger. Granger, can he get a ball? He can. It's for Simic. It's blocked away. York's going to pick that up. York across for Lowry. Lowry, nicely done across for Burke. Burke has a cracking ball for Declan Wright, and Declan Wright can't quite finish it off. Wonderful ball to find him, though, and we now have a corner. Where's Connor Gosney? He's usually lurking for these sorts of situations. That one's away, though. Sam York's there. Is the highlight going to continue? 50 seconds to go. The main thing we can take away from this is that we are going to win the Welsh League Cup, and it's been a few seasons. I think we've only won it once before, which in 6 seasons is quite disappointing considering, the resources we have now. There's Connor Gosney. That's gone flying over into the Bala fans. They don't care. They're not giving that ball back in a hurry. And there we go, referee. We've won the Welsh League Cup yet again. And that is a good feeling to get a trophy in the cabinet that isn't the league. We were quite poor last year, I thought, into the cups. Only winning not winning any cups, was it really? It was just the league. But we've done really well there. We've deserved that win. We've played well, which is maybe the best thing about it. And we'll say congratulations, boys. So there we go. Bala Town win the Welsh League Cup. A little bit of money in the bank. Branthwaite's injury, it's a pulled hamstring. It's not, I mean, it is what it is. There's no cup games for a little while. Lowry makes a very, very good debut, I thought there. There's all the winners of the League Cup medal. If you want to have a quick look for yourselves there and see all the players that have won a medal. Another League Cup win. I think it is just oh no, we've won it 3 times. I tell a lie. Every second year we win it, so we won't... We'll be disappointed next year, probably. Middleton had a good game out there, didn't he? Well done to him, opening the scoring, of course, as well. The Scotland boss is having a look at McLean, Declan Wright, and Middleton. And the Welsh Rangers having a look at Dixon and York. So all 5 of those guys, I think, would be worth a call-up. I'd really like to see Sam York get a call-up, actually. He's a really, really good player. And, of course, Ewan Dixon as well, as an academy kid. Look at that vision. He is just continuing to come along really, really well. And, of course, let's not forget Allmark in the Welsh scheme of things. So anyway, guys, wait right there. What we're going to do is I'm going to play through the rest of the transfer window. We'll come back February 1st. I think we have a league game against Caffin Druids. And hopefully, we'll give what we'll try and do is we'll try and give Lowry a start. And hopefully, again, we'll have some more debutants. So wait right there. I'll be back at the end of the transfer window. Okay, welcome back. The transfer window is closed, and the next game after the transfer window closes, wouldn't you know it, it's the New Saints. Nothing about this episode is going to plan, so we're going to play for the second episode in a row, the New Saints twice. This time it's a league fixture, away from home, a chance to get revenge, of course, for last episode, but also a win here. We go 19 points clear. We're getting to towards the point where we mathematically wrap up the league title. But as I said, the transfer window has closed. Now, we did make one signing, so let me introduce you to, where are we here? We're going to go to inbox, to Kieran Topley. Well, he's not sure if he's a centre-back or a midfielder. I'm not sure if he is either. The fans say he's only a C-rated signing. I think he will do better than that. You can say they're unsure about the signing, but keen to see what he can offer. Keen to see him at a bigger club in a new league. We've paid £40,000 for him, which is equal our club record, and potentially it could rise up to 68, and that's if he plays 50 games, I think was the... which to be honest, I'm not sure if he will, so I don't know if he'll ever get more than the 40,000. I'm paying him £1,200 a week as a squad player. Let's have a look at what we've signed here. As I said, I'm not sure if he's a midfielder or a centre-back, and neither is he. Actually, we'll just click on his name and have a proper look at his profile here. He can play both naturally, which is fine by me. He is a ball-playing centre-back if he is to play as a centre-back. You can see there, passing of 10, vision at 11. He can do it. He's strong in the air. He's not the quickest, but... we can get by with that. His main weakness, I think, is his heading ability as a central defender. And as a midfielder, again, there's nothing but the work rate is what lets him down, I think, actually, as a midfielder, and maybe the passing. But he's only 19, and I think he will improve. We signed him from Glenavon in the Northern Irish League. He'd been playing there regularly, doing a decent enough job. But I just think he's just a good, solid sort of a squad option, if nothing else, just a backup. He's an upgrade on most of our midfielders, as I said. It's just the passing that lets him down, but mentally he's quite good, and physically he's strong. So we'll see what becomes of Kieran at he's at Bala Town, but we have had an exodus from the club. So let's just take a minute and remember some of the big favourites, the former favourites that have departed the club this January. So there we go, some big names, some former favourites that have left, and they weren't the only ones. Backhill Benny, though, he has gone off to Exeter City, and he can do all the backhills he likes there, because he's not going to hurt us anymore. Brandon Cooper left, he's gone off to Mansfield. Contract was up at the end of the year. Most of these guys' contract was up at the end of the year, to be honest. So yeah, we just let him leave. He's just taking playing time away from younger players if he's here, so he leaves. Dan Biggs, so many regrets about Dan Biggs. I really thought he was going to be a star. We signed him for £10,000, which was at the time, I think, a record for us. No, it was just below Reece Williams, wasn't it? But physically, he's still really, really good. He's just not quite developed, and that's probably due to a lack of game time. So he's gone off to Chesterfield. Kurt Buckland, now he is someone that's came through our youth academy. We may see him again. I didn't put him in the memoriam because he hasn't played that much, but he's at Carnarvon. He's a good finisher. He is someone that could well come back and haunt us. He's a real beast in the air as well. But yeah, he came through the same year as Damien Allmark. So that's kind of, I think maybe he didn't develop because Allmark did. Connor Parsons off to Shrewsbury. We won't see him anymore. He's off into the league system in England. But yeah, we got him on a free. He was a decent player for us, and he moves on. Lawrence Thomas, again, another one that could come back to haunt us. What's going to happen is that Thomas crossing for Buckland to get a goal against us at some point. But again, high prospect, really, really good physically as a winger, but never really developed outside of that. So actually, to be fair, I was quite happy to get just over $1,000 for him. I thought that was nicely done. And James Waite. Contract's up at the end of the year. He's gone off to Grimsby Town on a free transfer. I do wonder if maybe I should have kept him till the end of the year if we're not going to get a fee for him. But again, he's taking playing time off other players. So we'll just get him out now and get the wages off the bill. But he was a really good player for us. He was club captain, of course, up until his departure. And I think he will be fondly remembered. But he just started to stop performing where we needed him to in Europe. So yeah, he's gone off to English League football as well. So let me know what you think of the transfers, both in and out. I think we've strengthened nicely in some sort of more quality in midfield, and I think we've got rid of. There's no one there. I don't think that is. We're not going to miss too many of those players, are we? Anyway, that's that. Let's have a quick look at what's happened since, of course, we left you after the Cup final. I believe there's 2 games to catch you up on. The first one was a Welsh Cup 4th round tie against, I think it was Connors Quay. We took the lead when Declan Rice crossed for Jojo Simic. And we secured the tie after the break when Ryan Burke's cross was headed down by Wright for Ewan Dixon to score. No, it was Airbus UK. This was a game that you can see that they didn't register a shot on goal. We absolutely smashed them. Simic and Dixon with the goals. Burke missed 2 penalties. He's really in a bit of a state, to be honest. He's upset now at me as well because, what's he upset about? He wants to play more football. Which is maybe fair enough. I've been giving Granger a few games, and since he's a loanee, I probably should stop doing that. But I gave him the second penalty basically to give him, because the game was won, to try and get him back into a little bit of form. He missed that as well. His match rating tanked, so maybe the less said about this one, the best if you're a Ryan Burke fan. Anyway, the other game to catch you up on, it was a league fixture, and it was against, I forget who it was against. Oh, Cavan Druids. The only goal came midway through the second half, when Callum Connolly won possession and finished well. We were really, really poor in this game. We missed so many chances, but the youngster, Callum Connolly, did it all himself. Nicked the ball off, of course, another of our former players, Callum Watts, who was playing for Cavan Druids, but nicked the ball off him and then did it all himself. Nobody was scoring, took it on his own shoulders and finished very, very nicely for the win. So have a quick look at what that all means for the league tables. We can see there that, as I said, we're 16 points clear, absolutely flying. We do have our quarter-final tie in the Welsh Cup. It is against that team. That's supposed to be a C sound, so Clendudo. We'll go with Clendudno. So let me know how close I got to that in the comments. Absolutely miles away. Let's have a look at what we're expecting here from the New Saints. Well, we know what we're expecting because we just played them. And we've played them the last 3 games on the channel. So let's not waste any time having too much of a look at it. This is what they did last time out. A 0-0 draw against FN20. And there we go. Let's have a quick look at the team that we are sending out. And it is a strong one. It is Rima Miles continuing in goal. Zaycock is almost back. He's about 2 weeks away from returning to match training. So we will see him again before the end of the season. Burke, Dane Murray recapturing his match sharpness ahead of the Monaco tie. Gosney and Branthwaite as a back 4. York and McLean go in midfield. It's Declan Wright, Dixon and Middleton. Middleton's also unhappy. You may see here we had a number of bids. Him and Simic were both wanted by championship clubs in England. We've promised him he wanted more football because again I was playing youngsters, so that should be fine. I think there was I think it was Middlesbrough, Blackburn, and maybe Sheffield United that were trying to take advantage of that. But he's staying. Allmark goes up top. He was woeful against Cavan Druids. Let's hope he got his scoring boots on today. So here we go. We've got the Rusco Bus Park. We've got a strong team out. We've got Topley and... no, we don't have just Topley on the bench. So we will try and give him a debut today. Lowry, for whatever reason, I didn't have on the bench. I think I need another under-19 player. So that's why Curtis Owen is there. We should go out there, prove a point today. What do we want to say? We want to say... just go out there and impress me, boys. Let's just keep it calm. Keep it simple. And hopefully, get some goals here. if we could do a double win against the New Saints, it would make for a good episode, wouldn't it? Even though I'm kind of sick of playing them, I'm sure you're kind of sick of watching them. But as I said, it's just the way the fixtures have fallen with this episode and wanting to get through the January transfer window. Yeah, I couldn't get rid of any of the others. I offered them out several times through the window, but the likes of Buffs and Brew, Gossé, they weren't getting any attention, which is surprising, actually, considering you'd think some, a lower league, not lower league, but like a lower half Premier League team would come in for those sorts of players, but no such luck. Middleton, here's a chance. Middleton, he can't stick it away. He does keep it in, though. Can he turn and play it back? He does to Burke. York has it. Yes, Sam York. We've seen him belt them in from there before. But on this occasion, it whistles past the post. We have a free kick now. Burke knocks it in. It's good, boys. Dixon, and Dixon... I should say, too, Dixon is the new club captain. He's got leadership of 16, if we can see there. So, yeah, he is the new club captain. A youngster as well, club boy, knows his way around the club. And, yeah, hopefully he'll spend his whole career here, to be honest, because he looks a decent prospect and he's still improving. There's a decent ball across, and it's a penalty. Is Ryan Burke going to step up? He's on a hat-trick of misses. It is Ryan Burke, number 3. He's got to have zero confidence right now. Come on, Burke. I believe in you, mate. There we go. Ryan Burke back in the game. Slopped away his penalty. 10th goal of the season. He could almost have 15 if he'd scored all his penalties this year. But that's all right. We'll let him have a couple of misses. He's got that one. That one really mattered. And we are underway. 1-0 up at the New Saints. Yeah, we will try and get Topley on in the second half here. I think I'll try and get him on as a midfielder. I think that's possibly where his future lies, though he will be a more than useful backup as a centre-back as well. But I just feel like we have Gretterson, Gosney, Reece Williams, and then the youngster from Liverpool we've signed. Here's Declan Wright getting forward. Declan Wright straight at the goalkeeper. Barely had to move. So I think we are okay for centre-backs. I think it is in the centre of midfield that's sort of where we need to upgrade. So I think he'll do a good or decent job in there for us anyway as a backup. Middleton, decent ball across, and it's headed away. But Gosney should retrieve that. It shows how far we've come as a club, isn't it? That we're spending £40,000 these days on a backup or sort of a squad player. So, we are making progress. It's just a little bit slower than I would have liked. There are some decent-ish players that we could have signed, but we're getting up to sort of £600,000-800,000, and the resale is just not there. And to sign them for 2 seasons, I just didn't think it was something that was worth doing. Let's say don't get complacent. We've stressed out Miles. You're fine, mate. You're fine. Gosney's looking nervous. You're also fine, mate. The one thing we are kind of juggling with a little bit right now is unhappy players, because Gosney's unhappy because he was worried about being replaced by Gretterson. Hopefully those fears will be allayed soon. Burke's unhappy because he wants playing time, and Middleton for the same sort of reasons. So I'm hoping that will sort of get them past their little thing that they're going through soon. All right, Dixon, first game as captain's not particularly going to plan. All right, we want to get Topley on. Sam York's got himself a booking, so that seems like a sensible change to make. Declan Wright is surprisingly having a bad game. We could play Dojo Simic out there, though maybe just not right now. Let's try to show some passion shout. We're getting towards the end of the game here. It's not been a classic. Alright, so let's get you off for you, and let's get Simic out there on the right, I'd say. Yeah, let's get him out there, see what he can do. Simic, he's a good player in wide areas because he does have, he's a good dribbler, and he also does have, a decent physicals about him as well. They're putting a little bit of pressure on them there in the box. Are they going to play out of that? It looks like they are. Yuli's going himself. Can we get a block in here? No, we cannot. But Miles punches it over the bar. All right, let's maybe see if we can change something here about the way we're attacking. Let's try hitting some early crosses in. We'll keep that going. See if that makes any difference for us. We've got about 10 minutes to play. Work to do. Look at the Bala boys there. That is a way. Oh, it's a terrible clearance effort. There's pinballs in there, and in the end, it falls for Reece Miles. But that's more luck than good management. Miles with a clear out, and that will end the highlight, unfortunately for us. Let's tell her to concentrate. As I said, it's not been a classic. Dane Murray has himself a booking now. A lot of this is just about getting fitness ready for Monaco. If there's any chance we have. We've got to try to show our best players are fit. We've beaten the New Saints. It's a bit anticlimactic. It wasn't the greatest game we'll ever see, but you know what? Well done. Yeah, let's just say well done. Our defence has done okay there. They had some nice match ratings. Topley makes his debut as well. We didn't see anything of him, but we assume he's made his debut. He's a little jaded, could use a rest. Well, we'll kind of just see how that goes from there. But guys, that is it for today's episode. 2 good wins against the News. Well, a good win and a win. Let's face it, that last one was just a win, wasn't it? But if you have enjoyed that, please do hit thumbs up. Let me know what you think of the new signings in the comments and the departures as well. And we will be back next time. Say your prayers, cross your fingers. It's AS Monaco, home and away. If we can get anywhere near them, if we can get within a couple of goals at the end of this tie, I'll be absolutely, really, really happy. But I fear the worst. Till next time, guys, take care.